Wolf Wilderness, which is a wonderful 2-acre habitat, and we have our 2 gray wolves here, Wazi and Kaska. Wazi's the female. She's about 8 years old now, and Kaska's our male. He is about 6. Wazi's the bright white one that you see out in the habitat, and Kaska's the dark one. The wolf habitat is over 2 acres, and it includes many outdoor open air viewing areas, up front close to close glass viewing areas, and also a beautiful warm log cabin where you can see the animals through the glass as well. In the log cabin we have a lovely photographic display that talks about wolves and their lives and their natural history, and it's a wonderful place to visit and learn more about wolves and warm up and enjoy your day here at the zoo. These 2 have been together for many, many years. They came from a zoo in Minnesota, and they came here to Detroit a little over 2 years ago. If people have been here before, this habitat used to be bison, and we did a lot of great modifications for the wolves. We did a lot of research on wolves and what makes them happy, what kind of things they enjoy, and they like to be up high, they like to have caves, they like to have water. These 2 in particular, in their home in Minnesota, were very fond of swimming. So we made sure we incorporated all those great habitat areas for them. There's lots of places to get shade, there's places for cover from people if they feel like having their privacy. They can play in the waterfall, they can swim in the pool. There's all kinds of wonderful things for them to do in their 2-acre habitat. These are wolves, these are wild animals, and just like all the animals here at our zoo, we treat them like wild animals. We don't treat them like pets. We want them to behave like their wild counterparts in the zoo. So we certainly don't recommend a wolf to be in anyone's home. They're meant to be in the wild, they're meant to be in the care of professionals such as zoos like ours. Typically, females are considerably smaller than males. There can be quite a range of weight sizes. Our female here is probably about 60, 70 pounds, while our male is well over 100, probably more like 140. So that range between 50 or 60, well up into 100s is not uncommon. They live in a group called a pack, and then there's typically an alpha pair, which is kind of the dominant pair, and then it's not unusual to have their offspring, perhaps of the last few years, living together, and then the offspring will go out on their own. Depending on resources available in an area, packs could be just a few animals and packs could be many animals. They're very, very adaptable animals, and if there are a lot of prey and a lot of resources in a certain area, it's possible that they could live in larger groups. We hope to breed them. We keep a careful eye on them, and we make sure the female has all the things she needs should she become pregnant. She has a nest box and a variety of places that would be cozy for her to make her nests and to build a den. And we just keep an eye on them. Breeding season is the winter. They give birth in the spring after about 60 days or so. So we keep an eye out, and we're certainly hopeful. Well, here in the summer you'll see them start to shed their winter coat. In the winter they get that thick, heavy coat. The coat color can range, as you see here from our animals, from very light to very gray. Throughout the different seasons we make sure they have what they need to be comfortable. We make sure they have shelter away from rain or wind or sun. We provide bedding for them. They do have areas behind the scenes if they want to go to an indoor area. They have a lot of trees and deadfall and a variety of places that they can dig themselves a den or find themselves a comfortable spot. These guys tend to be active more in the morning or in the evening. So I always suggest that people come see them early in the day or later in the day. Typically in the midday, especially in the warmer weather, they're just curled up taking their naps. But they do like to play together. These guys are often playing. They like to forage, looking around their area for treats and for snacks. Sometimes I'll see them digging. They'll often dig themselves, if it's a warm day, a nice cool area in the dirt so they can take a nice afternoon nap in the shade. So when folks are here during the middle of the day, and if it's a warm day, I always suggest that people look under the trees, behind the tall grasses, because sometimes that's what they'll be curled up. They're really a very social species, so play behavior, a variety of different communication through visual cues, through body posturing, through howling, through grunting. There's a lot of neat things you'll see with these animals if you come by. If you make your way from the front entrance, it's quite a bit of a walk, but it's certainly worth it. It's way in the back. We are open all year round. We are closed just 3 days a year, Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day. But otherwise, we're open. This time of year in the winter, we're open from 10 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the evening. The wolves are a wonderful species to see this time of year because they're still very active and outside. We have an indoor viewing area and an outdoor viewing area for the wolves. So if it's a chilly day, you can enjoy coming into our Cotten Family Wilderness cabin and warm up and have a wonderful visit with the wolves. There's a lot of other things here at the zoo and a lot of animals that are very active throughout the winter. The wolverines, the bison, the polar bears. Sometimes you'll see the kangaroos. There's a lot of indoor habitats where you can visit our giraffes and our rhinos and our birds and our many amphibians and reptiles as well. And of course, our brand new Pegman Center is a wonderful place to visit year-round. We just started a wonderful event that we've been doing the last few years, which is Wild Lights, when there's many millions of lights along a path in the front half of the zoo. It's on select weekends throughout the holiday season, so please check our website, detroitzoo.org, and get more information on that.
Also, check out the Southfield Parks and Recs to get discounted tickets for the Detroit Zoo.